Shalom. Kalala liamla ya waba shame o shaiba shamaka kodash. And double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings to the elect. Right, this year is I'm a one from the Great Millstone camp in Trinidad. And the name of this lesson is, does this mean you are forgiven? Okay. I'll play this video here.
Please forgive us. As I speak, I'm going to ask the white Americans in the room to please repeat after me. On behalf of myself and on behalf of my country, to you and all African Americans, from the beginning of our nation's history, in honor of your ancestors and on behalf of your children, please hear this from my heart. I apologize. Please forgive us. With this prayer, I acknowledge the depth of the evils that have been perpetrated against Black people in America. From slavery to lynchings to white supremacist laws to the denial of voting rights, to all the ways, both large and small, all of them evil, all of them wrong, for all the oppression and all of the injustices. I apologize. Please forgive us for the denial of any civil rights, for inequalities in criminal justice, to any instances of police brutality.
You see, you see the long ass track record these niggas have, these Edomites have. No, I just call Edomites niggas. I don't call them white people. I say niggas. Them is the true niggas. See the long track record. She's standing up there and calling out all their track record, and thinking that standing up in a so-called church, which is the house of Satan, standing up there and having so-called white people touch so-called black people, Jakes, Israelites, and saying this abominable so-called prayer. She's thinking that that's supposed to change or supposed to be a forgiveness for the race, for the so-called white race. Yeah. No, you so-called white people, all you had to pay for all you did. This ain't going to fix shit. Okay? This ain't going to fix nothing. You standing up with your abominable ass and saying, please forgive us. No. There's no forgiveness for you. None. Okay? You talking about forgiveness? You hear the kind of things that you said you did? Slavery, injustices in criminal, in the court, all these different things. You see, any instances of police brutality. So are you supposed to forgive you for the police shooting down my brother for driving without a gun just because he black, a so-called black man? Are you supposed to forgive you for that because you stand up in a church and say, please forgive us? So what that make me? What that make me? An idiot or something? No, you so-called white people, all you had to pay. Well, I'm going to continue to play it and I'll get some scriptures when it finish.
To the denial of opportunity.
To the denial of opportunity. So you seeing these Edomites know what they did. That is what they know them know there was denying we opportunities all the time. For she just stand up there and call out all them things. They know there was denying us opportunities. They know there was brutalizing we by the police. Okay? They know all them things. They know. So that is just fucking that is hypocrisy right there. That hypocrisy right there.
For economic injustice. For any ways that a racial element has played into the perpetration of injustice. I apologize. Please forgive us. Emancipation Proclamation, the 13th Amendment, which abolishes slavery. A presidential pen could end, and a constitutional amendment could end the evil institution. But racism didn't end. No presidential pen or constitutional amendment could eradicate racism. It could eradicate the institution, which was a manifestation of that. There are certain things the government's not going to do, so where does it begin? It begins with us, and that begins with atonement.
You so got white people all you had to pay for what you did. Trying to run from all your punishment. No. I'm running from all your punishment. With an apology. Farrakhan say the same fucking thing. Farrakhan say the white man has to apologize. Nigga, I don't want your apology, nigga. You know what I want? I want to see ass in chains. Yo, when I watch this video, that video was sent in the group. We group chat down here. Camp group chat. By the brother Yatazahak. And he said, no, he didn't say nothing. I watched the video. When I watched the video, I was in my car. And I didn't even finish watching the video. I just scream out. Ah! That is a wicked arm. That is just a wicked arm. A wicked decree, you know? Trying to a wicked decree trying to apologize for slavery and the brutality that they did unto us. There's no apology for them thing, but the thing what is that for them thing? Is repayment. Okay? That is what it's for them thing. Repaying. Easy book The book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 9, right? And it says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Okay? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Period, point blank. There is no apologies for somebody who kill you with the sword, according to the Bible. And them stand up in a so-called church, and these so-called Negroes who was in the church feeling all sentimental and emotional. Oh God, white people finally apologizing to me. Yo, like the devil know his judgment near. No? The devil know his judgment near. What feel he doing that for? That scripture in Job where it say, his children shall seek to please the poor. But the punishment for slavery is slavery. The punishment for murder is murder. There's no apology for the punishment for slave. There's no apology. as a punishment for slavery, you just apologize. And you don't even mean your apology. You're just saying it because you're in a mood. Because at the end of the day, the scripture did say, well, you will put enmity, and the Most High cannot lie. The book of Genesis, the 3rd chapter, the 15th verse says, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman. The woman there is Israel. The thee is the serpent the Lord was addressing. Put enmity, and the word enmity come from the Hebrew ayaba, and it means enmity and hatred. And the serpent's children is the so-called whites. That is the serpent's children. The woman's children is the Israelites. The woman, Jeremiah 6 and 2. Jeremiah 6 and 2 and Revelation 12, where it says, it references Israel as a woman. And the Most High say, I am married unto you. Most High call us his fervent lover, so he's like his woman, So the serpent children and the woman children will always have enmity, hostility, enmity, hatred. Okay? Enmity, a hostile mind. Meaning in your mind, it's always going to be hostile toward each other. And you only the elect right now fulfilling that enmity to the serpent children. Because these 2/3 fully loved the serpent. They love the serpent. The elect fulfilling that scripture right now. Because 2/3 want the serpent to apologize to them. I don't want no apology from this man. I want this man to be buried. Once he buried, I cool. Once he receive what he put through, and the scripture said 2 times double, he had to receive it. Double. Not one fold, 2-fold. Okay? But hey, it's an enmity between us and the woman. I mean, between the serpent and the woman. Okay? Enmity, hatred. Go on always had a hatred. So these either might stand up in that church there and you niggas feeling, when I say you niggas, you jakes, feeling sentimental, all you're feeling. Or you're feeling some kind of way because they say they're sorry for what they did, they're sorry, apologize. Apology can't fix the bullshit, bro. Slavery had to fix it. That is what going on heal back Israel. When Israel see that the ones who do them feel what them felt, that is what going on heal them back. That's the only way this could heal. Don't know that we are healing. Yeah, that's the only way that healing could take place. Okay? It says, I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Alright? Going in Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16. And it says, therefore all they that devoured thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. That and this is how we go and restore health. For I will restore health unto thee. That is how we going and get. Because right now we're not healthy. Spiritually, the nation ain't healthy. And physically, because all our we know under the banner Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the elect healthy spiritually, but our whole nation in a bad state because of the atrocities done unto us by these heathen who had us, who devoured us, who had us into captivity, who spoiled us, who preyed upon us. Okay? bruise and putrefying sores. But the Lord going to restore the whole nation, the Israelites, the whole 12 tribes. Just for will restore health unto thee, and will heal thee of thy wounds. That is how we're going to be healed of our wounds, when the ones who prey upon us are given for a prey. The ones who spoil us are spoiled by our hands. The ones who led us into captivity goes into captivity by our hands. The ones that devoured us be devoured by us. That is how we go and as a nation, we go be restored. That is how as a nation, we will be healed from the wounds. Said the Lord, because they called thee an outcast, and because they were called an outcast, they tell themselves they had rights to trample all over we, saying, this is Zion whom no man seeketh after. Yeah, they say the Lord forsake them so we could do what the hell we want to do with them. You understand? That is scripture in the book of Jeremiah again, chapter 50 and verse 6. And it says, verse 7. It says, all that found them have devoured them, and their adversary said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord. Yeah, and when we sin against the Lord casts us off. And they say, we ain't doing nothing wrong. You can't offend them because the Lord not backing them. But the Most High say, he have engraved us upon the palm of his hand, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers. And you see now, the Israelites remembering the Lord. So we have in hope. Okay? But even though the Lord cast us off, the Lord said this in the book of Isaiah 49, alright, and verse 13. It says this. No. Verse 15. It says, can a maid forget her sucking child? Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should not have compassion on the son of her womb? Yea, they may forget, yet will I not forget, because these women today making children and just going about their own life, not leaving them for adoption and thing. But the Lord say, they might forget, but I will not forget thee. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands. Thy walls are continually before me. So even though the Lord cast us off, you had no right to put your hands on us. Scripture saying, Obadiah, thou shouldest not have. Alright, scripture says that in Obadiah. Scripture says, thou shouldest not have. Okay? The book of Obadiah, verse 12. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity, yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. This is going back into the destruction of the temple, but these Edomites did it all over again. Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. So, the scripture says, in other words, they should have never touched us. But you did. So, it's an apology, a fake freaking apology, supposed to be a pacifier for the atrocities that we went through. You tell me if that's right. The scripture says, do you indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do you judge uprightly, sons of men? That is righteous judgment, and alright. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, bruise for bruise. Scripture says that. With the hell, how that could be right? What all you do there? Apology. Psalms 58:1, it says, "Do you indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do you judge uprightly, O ye sons of men?" This dealing with the congregation of the wicked. They don't speak uprightly, they don't judge uprightly, and they don't speak righteousness. A bunch of wicked decrees. Woe to him that decree unrighteous decrees. That is the book of Isaiah, the 10th chapter. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless." And what will ye do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help, and where will ye leave your glory? Shameful spewing shall be on your glory, you so-called white people. Okay? That is not a fit freaking judgment for the wickedness that I did. A fit judgment is you going into captivity and you suffering double fold for touching the children of the Lord. And with that, I will give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakoda Shalom.